Hello class, my name is Julian Hall and this is my guided reflection of theology this semester of the fall B. Another thing about me is that I really enjoyed the overall course and learning all 12 of the disciples. I think that was my favorite part. There was a lot of more interesting information within the course, and I will share that with you on my take on it before I take you around the whole 12 disciple fountain. Okay? My whole definition of theology is God's plan for everyone. The plan that God had for Jesus when he stepped down to earth, for Jesus for when he had all his 12 disciples traveling around and preaching the gospel and actually creating the Bible while all this is happening. I think my favorite part about this course in the book is in first 5 chapters learning about all 12 of the journeys the apostles took. And so I really enjoyed the information learned about through week 1, 2, and 3 was basically a summation of all this together, and the quizzes were really easy in my opinion because it's basically a reflection of where the key terms, where apostles went, who was part of the journey, and basically what islands they traveled to, and what was said by John himself. The understanding of the whole theology concept of God's divine plan really does shape me in a way of knowing that he does have a plan for everyone and every soul to come together and be a believer in Christian and a follower of Christ himself. Because for post-millennials, that's my concept of the whole theology concept, is he will return, and just everything is summed up based on what is going to happen when he comes back. So, in other terms, I am a post-millennial believer. Another way that this class has engaged me was to go about how I treat others. If I go by the saying a lot, treat others the way that you want them to treat you. And so I can do that while being a disciple of Jesus and preaching the word to other people. Especially at SCU, makes it really easy to take what I learned here and go out off campus and practice what I preach. And further now, I'm going to take you around the fountain of the 12 disciples. First, we have here Peter, who originally named Simon Bar-Jonah and a fisherman. For Peter, the meaning of Peter means rock. And he was the spokesman of the apostles and the first to declare Jesus' identity. But betrayed Jesus about 3 times, denying that he knew him, but later repented and became a great saint. Next we have here Simon. He was a part of a group of revolutionaries who worked to overthrow Roman rule through violent means. And following that, if you know about I know off the top of my head if it's the 7 days of hell or or plagues, or 12 days of plague. I'm not sure, but when the blood through the river and the frogs and the lightning and storms, that's basically, he was in that chapter of the Bible. Next person here is James, who is Zebedee's son. He and his brother John were both fishermen. Both had very temperaments, or sons of thunder, so to say, and became a leader of the local church in Jerusalem after the resurrection of Jesus. Next here we have the brother, who is John. In other words, he was known as the beloved disciple. Jesus entrusted his mother to him while he was on the cross, and he is the source of the fourth gospel, Revelation, which we'll learn a lot about in week 8. And a epistles was named after him. Next disciple here have is Thomas. He was one of the twins that wanted to go to Jerusalem to die with Jesus. He was a very doubtful person and preached in India, where he was martyred. Martyred. Don't know how to pronounce the word, but next person I have is Judas, son of James, also known as Jude, and called Thaddeus to distinguish himself from the other Judas. He was asked at the Last Supper while Jesus had revealed himself to them and not the rest of the world. He preached in Persia with Simon and Zealot. Simon the Zealot. James was the youngest from the brothers, and he was stoned to death in 62 BC. Next person here is Philip, who is from Bethsaida, and Jesus asked them where to purchase bread before the loaves and fish miracle. Philip also asked Jesus to show the apostles the Father at the Last Supper. So he was also at that table that you see famously in paintings. Next person we have here is Judas Iscariot. This Judas is called a traitor, and his root word is from Karioth, which means set him apart from the other apostles. He was the treasurer of the disciples, and John's gospel calls him dishonest. And he criticized Mary for announcing Jesus at Bethany. Next person you have here is Matthew, also known as Levi. He was a tax collector by profession. He wrote a gospel in Aramaic, which is one of the languages there in that time, and possible source of gospel of Matthew. Next person here is Andrew. He also was a fisherman and brother of Peter. One of Jesus' first disciples, got his brother to come too, but he was put to death by an ex-fate cross, along with Jesus himself. And once again, thank you for amazing 8 weeks. I learned a lot. I enjoyed a lot. Watched the videos week 1 through 8. And have a Merry Christmas, and thank you.